The day the music died, MTV shuts down its music channels after 4 decades. For over 40 years, 3 simple letters defined what it meant to be cool: M, T, and V. It wasn't just a TV channel, it was a cultural movement, a generation's heartbeat, in the spark that turned musicians into global icons. But now, after reshaping the sound and look of youth culture for more than 4 decades, MTV is slowly fading to black in several corners of the world. What started with Ladies and Gentlemen Rock and Roll in 1981 is coming to a quiet close. Paramount Global, MTV's parent company, has confirmed that 5 of its iconic music channels, MTV Music, MTV 80s, MTV 90s, MTV Live, and Club MTV, will be shut down across the UK and parts of Europe by the end of 2025. Similar closures are expected to follow in regions like Slovakia and other parts of Europe, marking the end of an era for millions who grew up glued to its glowing logo. The end of a global soundtrack. MTV wasn't just television, it was a lifestyle. Before streaming platforms, before smartphones, and long before TikTok, MTV was the place to see music. It launched careers, broke boundaries, and brought the world's youth together through rhythm, rebellion, and raw creativity. It was the network that gave the world Madonna before Instagram, Nirvana before YouTube, and Beyoncé before TikTok. The music videos weren't just clips, they were events, cultural landmarks that shaped fashion, language, and attitude. For millions, MTV was a ritual. Coming home from school meant switching on TRL to count down the latest from the Backstreet Boys or Britney Spears. Metalheads stayed up late for Headbangers Ball, while Yo MTV Raps gave hip-hop its first global platform. The MTV Europe Music Awards became pop culture's most electric night, unpredictable, glamorous, and often rebellious. Each show, each video, and each VJ, or video jockey, felt personal. MTV made music feel larger than life, yet somehow deeply intimate, a shared experience that connected teenagers from New York to Lagos, Tokyo to London. Why the curtain is falling. The writing has been on the wall for years. The internet became the new MTV. Platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram made music videos instantly accessible, allowing artists to reach fans directly. Audiences no longer had to wait for a premiere or sit through countdowns. Everything was available on demand everywhere, all the time. MTV tried to evolve. In the early 2000s, the network shifted toward reality programming: The Real World, Laguna Beach, The Hills, Teen Mom, and Jersey Shore. Shows that became massive hits, but also changed MTV's DNA. While they kept the brand alive, they slowly replaced the one thing that made MTV legendary: the music. As streaming platforms rose, MTV's music-focused spin-offs, like MTV 80s and MTV Live, became the last keepers of the old flame. But now, as they prepare to go off air, that flame is flickering out in several markets. The global impact. Even if the main MTV channel remains active in the US, the shutdown of these international networks sends a symbolic message. For decades, MTV connected the world through music videos, offering a front-row seat to pop culture for viewers who might never attend a concert or meet their favorite artists. It was through MTV that the world first saw Michael Jackson's Moonwalk, Shakira's Hips That Don't Lie, and Britney Spears' Schoolgirl debut. The channel broke cultural barriers, showcasing diversity and creativity across continents. To many, MTV wasn't just television, it was an education. It taught style, confidence, and expression. It showed kids in small towns that their dreams could be global, that music could bridge borders, and that art could speak louder than politics. Now, as the network scales back its music footprint, fans are left with a bittersweet nostalgia. A longing for a time when the screen glowed with music, not influencers. A legacy that won't fade. MTV's cultural footprint remains indelible. The bold yellow M and red TV logo became an international badge of youth rebellion and creativity. The phrase, "I want my MTV," was more than a slogan. It was a declaration of belonging. The channel's influence can still be felt everywhere, in today's music videos, award shows, and even social media aesthetics. Every transition, every zoom cut, every viral dance owes something to the language MTV invented. Paramount insists that MTV isn't disappearing completely. The MTV Video Music Awards will continue to air in the United States and stream globally on Paramount Plus, keeping the spirit of music television alive in a new digital form. But the golden age, when fans waited all day to see the world premiere of a video, argued over countdowns, or fell in love with a band through their screen, belongs to history now. The final verse. For those who grew up with MTV, its decline feels deeply personal. It's the end of an era, one defined by mixtapes, neon logos, VJs with too much hairspray, and the belief that music could change the world. The screen may go dark, but the legacy won't. MTV didn't just play the hits, it was the hit. It shaped the soundtrack of generations, and even as the channel powers down, the echoes of its influence will keep playing on playlists, on platforms, and in memories. So yes, the music may have died, at least on cable, but MTV's spirit lives on, remixed for a new world where the beat never really stops.